okay, 1995 or 96. It was before high school. In 1995. It was like 1995. I was in the back seat with my sister and I think my mom was driving, and which is I think that's like kind of like not common. And my dad was like, because my mom had said something about Donald Trump or something. I was just like, I don't know what he was doing, but he came up and my dad was like, yeah, I think one day people are gonna turn to him to become like the president. Like, I don't really know. He said something like, I don't know, but I have a feeling that, and it's probably gonna be just what we need, but maybe not enough. So it's gonna be like possibly too late. But there's something that is going to be possible, though. He didn't say this part. Okay, he thought it was going to be what the country needed to save it, but it wasn't going to be enough. Now I'm saying that there, in light of some anomaly, that there's a chance that will go on to be, like a not a fledgling nation, but like a long-standing nation, like close to 10,000 years. And it's like, no, this can end at any time. Climate and all this. Like, okay. Once we get up off all of these cudgels and shakedowns, and you see this basic, simple approach to interpretation of during a eucatastrophe, like similar to the Lord of the Rings or Easter, or something like that, powerful enough that you couldn't foresee, right? Because again, there's these people that are Malthusian. They think that there's not enough land. And I mean, I don't know what you need for proof that that 95% of the population occupies 2% of the goddamn land. And it's about management, and it's about putting the right people in charge. Any smart person knows that if you can orchestrate other people to do their skill and help you, that is going to help. What I'm saying? Like, that's a skill there. Like, that would be like the number one skill. Because even the most skilled in anything can languish and obscure, like, it's like, okay, I'll tell you something. There's like a rotation of things where it's like, you think bitterness is the end part, but something happens where envy turns into bitterness, and then bitterness turns into guilt at the end, and it's a trip because people aren't expecting it. Joe Baker is good enough to go on the Crucible and also on whatever this program that allows pushback from people outside my fans 304 community, because they want to argue that they're moral absolutist. And you can't be mad if you're a consequentialist like the rest of us. If it turns out that you can't be a more absolutist, you're just afraid of losing your punching bag. And so usually their punching bag that they go after is Donald Trump. Usually they've carved out a little like a polarity, and they can push people to one side or the other, or ask them to pick a side of the fence. So if you don't support sending money to Ukraine, you're for Putin. You must be for Putin. You must be. Like, the fuck choice? I obviously. Okay, that's how you feel, and you want to. It's like you don't want to talk shop anymore or something like that. But we still bake cakes and pies. It's still a bakery. This is still what we do. You can fucking eat a pork pie. Even if you want a revolution, you got to have a pork pie to identify that you're part of the revolt, so you can wave your pork pie in the air for revolution. This is a rap song, a British rap song. I don't know if it's called Revolution, but it's still a pork pie. It's still a pork pie. Try to hone it back in to the beginning of the video, because it was about actually something kind of basic and simple. I don't know if I forgot the premise of the video. And I probably wouldn't be even able to lead people in executing a plan when I could forget the whole premise of the video, and they might have tried to preserve the premise. Then I would have to stop talking. And let the energies do in the interest, because if it is an energy that is work against your behest, it's still just energy. You just have to learn how to wield it so that the same energy can be wielded to affect some kind of a rise. That's a Brother Panic statement. Some kind of a rise. He didn't say, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, he didn't summarize it for you, like, you know. Because in order to understand, I have to let people get away with saying things that I think are collective, no. Colloquialisms. Ugh, fuck. All right. Because you know what they mean in the first fucking place. You know what I mean? Then don't be a distraction or make things more complicated than they have to be. Could be an opportunity to not say anything and waste energy and stuff. And you're giving that energy over to an eidolon or an archon. Again, I said eidolon because it could be that you like that explanation better, but for all intents and purposes, it's an archon. It doesn't have to be an eidolon. It doesn't have to be a, you know, like for all the inequity that demagogues have and everything, like, you still know that if there was a demagogue among humans, that there would be able to affect something that while you might put a lot of hustle and grind and to like working to that effect, it's not going to allow you, like, something else that comes out of being the black sheep, which is, again, I'm taking right from Joe Baker, the black sheep. There's another way to come at this where you could say the wolf or the sheep, and then which one do you consider dangerous, because you're not just going to forget the wolf's face when you were just dancing around a campfire with him, you know what I'm saying, and throw him under the bus. because you already know the wolf. You're supposed to act like you have like you we you know what I'm saying. The wolf knew that they liked humans before the humans knew that we were gonna genetic engineer on them and do everything, all this other shit. You know what I mean? The wolf was like, oh wait a minute, and even to his mate would like growl at her. You know what I mean? Because they like to lavish the attention. You know what I mean? But I don't know if that's all. I don't know if that's all a hoax and a troll and a clout chase move. Like that could all be a clout chase move by the wolf species, where it looks like the subservient is getting nipped at and growled at and like, but it's like, and then it's still funny because she still comes up like all sideways and she'll steal some attention and he'll see it and get mad and like, you know what I mean? Like that's just like humans. That's why you have a better half, and it's always it's always the female. All right, this video, I forgave. I'm not gonna try to remember what I started. I always watch my own videos. It's not a response video to some other videos. I always just rewatch my own video, not to the extent of like a narcissist or anything like that, just to see if I like the video. I don't go back and watch them over and over and over again, or I don't go back and watch old videos. I don't ever watch an old video. That's the source of being able to make thousands of videos. I probably have like 5,000 videos on the YouTube. I don't know. I mean, if you knew exactly how to look them up, you can find them. But I don't think that anybody knows exactly how to look up every video. You know what I mean? Somebody somewhere knows how to look up the videos I didn't fucking post or some shit like that, like some hacker, or someone who works for YouTube or something. If I wanted to run for president or something like that, they would pull up a video that I didn't press send or something, or like I made it and I was like, you're catting off or something, or you didn't make points, or I like this video, but there's something about it that I know that it's like trying to I don't know, not manage to alienate people, because even the smartest, most established professionals are still doing that, and like what we consider to be journalism and stuff, or what we consider to be something that had honor or something as a thing in the past, and so the next generation of zombie killers is going to have some crazy, like, but we can't overimpose or something because of something they didn't have. You know what I mean? That's why I was mad at the people that were for the lockdowns and the masks and like pouring sand in skate parks, because they actually like that it takes longer to remove the sand, or something, going back to how long it takes a plant to stratify and to go back to its land strain, like original genetic land strain. So they'll fuck up the genes or do something where it's like a waste for cultivation purposes, that the person who grew it would feel very sad on when they figure out the product that they made from their genius and hard work and everything, and respect for the plant or whatever. They stress it out so that it takes longer to re-stratify. That's what they like about it. So if you can get that, because you have a chromosome that expresses itself as a gene that acts like a plant. That's why rosebud is a it's about the, I mean, it's not about the pineal gland. They tell you it's about slaves or something like that. But there's like occult, mystified, metaphysical information there for you that talks about stuff like you have the, on the mantle of, there's a seed, like a flower, like a bomb seed, and you know what I mean, like you go blossom when or something like Ptah Neter Unra or something was like, his monument is it's lined up with the calendar and astrology and everything to shine sunlight on the pine cone, or the pine cone represents the pineal gland, and it would be like the last representative of like the Kundalini science or something, like, we don't even know, I don't know, but now you know that it's impossible for that to blossom without turning into a pillar of salt. So it's like, it's not to the point that your pineal gland's going to blossom like a flower. Flesh is 20 times more dense than a plant material. So it turns into a pillar of salt to illuminate. So that's why the only one who illuminated in Sodom and Gomorrah was the brother, the sister of Lot? No, not Lot's sister. Who's the one that escaped Sodom and Gomorrah? His sister turned and looked back, and she could turn into a pillar of salt. It's an interpretation from Bobby Hemmett, but he thinks that, okay, who is the one that was the male, the figure, the protagonist that met with the angels and led his a few, like, you know, close relatives out of Sodom and Gomorrah before it was blown up, and the angel said not to look back, right? And then one of them looked back, Sarah, right? But who's the male? Because I don't. It's been a long time since I remember. Is it Lot? I'd be surprised, because Lot's supposed to be like a pedophile or something. Not back then. No, he was it was incest. It was not just feeling incest. No, it wasn't. You know, that's not Noah, because Noah's the flood. So now I'm confused. I could look it up after this video. I could look it up. But something selectively coded, and, you know, selective memory, and, you know, the last of the Old English tutors revised it. Oh no, that's not the last of them. Richard is the last of them. King James is one of the Old English tutors. Was he the... Whatever. Richard revised, came up with King James. Maybe I got the names wrong. I forget shit. I forget a lot of shit. All right. I can't keep a video down on the rail. You know what I mean? Like a train on the track. It's just like, it's going to just fly off the rail. And so there's a lot, I mean, at least the fact that I'm willing to broach, it doesn't mean I'm some vast repository of brilliant information nobody ever thought of. It's just because a lot of shit's being selectively, like, somebody putting pressure, you know what I mean? Like, if, you know, if you're out on that water or something, or skating on that thin ice, you're off in that water. Fuck all that. And I'm out.